I'm just a big sucker for shows about the creation of the theater arts, no matter the area. Radio show hosting, musical reviews, voice acting, this all so fascinates me, even if the shows themselves aren't fantastic. So when you have an anime about making anime, like Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken, then you automatically reel me into that story. But that's not why I'm talking about it. If it was that simple, I could have looked at Shirobako and be done with it. And don't get me wrong, I love Shirobako, and think it's worthy of getting analyzed someday too. But no, I wanted to look at Eizouken for another reason, the actual arts of the craft. Eizouken is one of the few shows I consider as one of those situational masterpieces, where it's not technically perfect but it fulfills its primary thesis to a resonating degree. For Eizouken, that would be the passion behind animation and the work that goes into it, and it doesn't let up on how flexible yet challenging it can be to achieve that look. And it starts with three little gremlins. Midori is an aspiring animator working to establish an anime club at her culturally reserved school. Her money-thoughtful friend Kanamori finds no interest in the work, but hangs with her to get something out of her like pocket change. When they go check out the already established anime club's project, they somehow get tangled up in covering for the school's Madonna, Tsubasa, who's running away from her bodyguards under orders of restricting her access to the club's anime. Wanting to break free from her parents' wishes for her to be an actress, Tsubasa, a decent animator herself, joins Midori and Kanamori to fund their idea of animating a project of their own, and make profit from it. How will these clashing personalities cling together to make something decent? Well, it's anything but easy breezy. Some of the best anime out there are those that showcase the indomitable human passion. Gurren Lagann, Hajime no Ippo, One Piece, you know, shows where one of its defining quirks centers on characters fighting and living for their dreams. And this applies to smaller, more realistic tales to a greater extent. Eizouken's trajectory in spotlighting the craft of animation is one of the most fervent, fun, and imaginative portrayals of passion in one of these types of shows, and it stems from the clear vision of our lead's points of view. You can't ask for a more well-rounded cast of weirdos working together to make something special. Midori's so likable as this visionary with an unperturbed energy that you follow her all the way through her often crazy antics, and it never gets overwhelming or obnoxious because she's tethered by equally sharp but wacky support. Tsubasa, while a tad cliched in her against the pedigree arc, is charming, and you root for her success as you see it's something she's worked her butt off for despite the nays. But my favorite is the no-nonsense, financially resilient, money-focused Kanamori. Not only is her design the best of the three in my opinion, but she plays the straight man role to a perfect T. She brings reason to the chaos of the group, but can handle her own punchlines too when it comes to the finances of the venture, which is often a cynical but realistic take taken from real-world logistics. With these three, it's so easy to get wrapped up in their misadventures in trying to get their club and project off the ground. While normally silly, there's also this unrestrained love of the production end too, which adds to the overall appeal of the show. And when it does get to the making of their anime, it's equally as intriguing, because that motivation has just increased tenfold. And you can see that in the best parts of the show. Midori's pitching and imaging of her animated world are stellar beyond comprehension. It's not just that they're in this world, they build in it, they analyze the mechanics. The background's not done, so it's either sketch drawings or storyboards of watercolors. Dude, this shit is amazing. When the girls get wrapped up in this world, so do you, because it's not about the realism but the sensationalism. There's a beauty in making something uniquely yours and making it with the support of friends, and this show understands that. There are a ton of discussions in the show about why animation is one of those art forms that depict true expression, and is said in a genuine and nuanced way that you can't help but be enraptured by what they say. I can't get enough of it. Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken is something special, and I mean that in this month of a lot of special. Look, I get I might be propping this show up for great expectations, so if you're looking for an anime about giant kick-ass robots or intense drama, this isn't those. If you're looking for a show about drawing giant kick-ass robots or relaying intense drama within the philosophies of artists and animation buffs, Eizouken is one of the best you can treat yourself to. If you love the process and thought process of animation, you can't go wrong with it. It's one of my favorites, and I hope you come to draw that conclusion as well.